Hi, welcome to Local Flavor. I'm Deborah Anderson, and here with me today is Trisha Sauer, and she's going to do something I've been looking forward to a little bit just a little bit, but she's going to make some German recipes for us. And I don't know anything about German food, and I know it's a big deal around here, so I'm happy to learn it.
Okay, yes, I'm Trisha Sauer. I'm going to be making green bean dumpling soup today. And I am German and have done a few German recipes, so we'll practice it and see how it turns out. First, we have prepared a couple of potatoes cut in bite-sized pieces. We're going to add one onion that's already been chopped.
That's just one giant
onion? That's one. And
that was a big one.
It is kind of big. It's just a regular size, I would say. I don't know. Can I give you that? Mm-hmm. We have 2 cans of French-style green beans. One, I have drained the juice out. Sorry.
Do you need this on?
Yeah. And the other one we kept the juice in, so 1 can with juice, 1 without.
Recycle.
Recycling. We have it starting to heat up, and now we're just going to fill the water in just to cover the ingredients.
How much water is it?
Just
cover,
yeah.
So I might not pour it all in?
Correct. That's good
for now.
Should I
push them down with some sort of plunger?
I have you can use the ladle right there. There we go. Then we'll let that start to boil and make our dumplings in this bowl. Oh, I forgot. I do have to add salt to this, and it takes quite a bit of salt. With all the potatoes in there, that sucks salt out of it, as well as dumplings being made from just milk, flour, egg. It's also takes some of the salt out. So you want to have a lot of good salt in there for the flavor, and really pretty much until the water is kind of cloudy. So I'm going to add a little more.
You know, it's good to see. I'm anxious to see. So far, there's nothing in here that's like anything to write home about. But and I've never seen green bean dumpling soup. But people that I work with or my friends talk about it like it's a puppy.
Well, I hope you enjoy it. So you're gonna try some today. Yeah. So I have 2 eggs for dumplings, and you just kind of make the amount of eggs as the amount of dumplings you want. Splash of milk for that.
So you don't have to measure
I
milk.
don't. This is the only way I've been taught. I used to ask my mom all the time, well, give me the recipe, and she's like, well, you just have to watch me make it. So I kind of have an idea, and then it all goes by consistency of, what it looks like.
So that is not pre-measured. This is just your canister?
This is just my canister, yeah. I probably won't use all of that, but I'm just going to start mixing it up until they get to the consistency that looks good. They are a pretty sticky dough, so when you see us cutting them into the boiling water later on, you'll see that it's pretty sticky. It's real sticky still. I'll need some more flour in that, but
I think so too. It looks kind of yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And salt. This is a salt lover's recipe, let me tell you.
I think that'll be my favorite thing in here.
There you go. You love salt, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I shouldn't. Don't tell Dr.
But
Sandy.
After it's cooked, it's not that evident. Not like you can taste it very salty. It all gets soaked up somewhere. There, that's probably pretty good and sticky.
So dumpling dough is not as firm as like if you were going to make noodles.
No, not at all. Okay. The more sticky, you just boil them then after the water starts boiling. And the more sticky or tender it is, the more tender the dumplings, so you don't overcook them and get them too hard when you're cooking them.
Okay, I have to admit, when I was little, I thought dumplings were biscuits just broken into stuff. So we're not baking these. We're just dumping them straight in.
We're going to boil them after this starts boiling, so that'll take a while.
This is not even close to boiling. Let's take a short break, and we'll come back when it's finished boiling and show you the rest of the recipe.
Restaurants, gyms, salons, libraries, and more. Nex-Tech has over 100 free Wi-Fi hotspots to keep you connected.
Hi, Brett from Nex-Tech here. Have you ever missed your favorite TV show? Been interrupted while watching a movie? Do you ever wish you could just pause live TV? If so, Nex-Tech Whole Home DVR is perfect for you. DVR is awesome because it's easy. You can record a single show, an entire series. You can even tell it to only record new episodes. Plus, you can start and watch those recordings from any TV in your home. Call Nex-Tech today and get DVR. Trust me, you're gonna love it.
Welcome back to Local Flavor, and we're making green bean dumpling soup, and we heard it boiling and it's filling the whole room with its aroma, so we're gonna test the potato. What do you want this potato to look like so we'll know?
Right now I'm just looking to see if it breaks apart easily with the fork. They are still a little hard, but they will continue to cook as we cut our dumplings in and the dumplings boil. The potatoes will continue to cook as well. So I'll go ahead back to the dumpling dough, which is pretty sticky. Put one in there like that, kind of have to shake it off.
Oh, she kind of dipped it into the water. I don't know if you can see that.
If the bowl's in the way or something, I'll move it here. Trying to make it a little
I thought she'd kind of scrape it off with her finger, but she's just shaking it off.
Yeah.
Should be safe.
The boiling water kind of just sucks it off the spoon. So as we get more of those cut in.
She's just using little tiny little bits. Do they grow?
They do. They kind of expand as they boil. So by the end, they're going to look a lot larger. But also trying to keep them all kind of uniform and bite size. By the end, I'll probably be too tired of it and just have one big one. Just kind of scrape the whole bowl in. As we get those cut in. You can see some of them are kind of coming to the top now already and starting to expand and
they are totally
float.
Random shapes. It's not like they're really
there's
round.
there's nothing pretty about it, is it?
So after we get these in, how long does it take to cook a dumpling?
Actually, most of them will probably be cooked by time we finish with cutting them in. They cook pretty quickly. Then we have a quart of cream that we'll be pouring in as well.
What? A quart?
Well, most of it.
Okay. Wow.
Most of whatever.
That's why everybody likes green bean
There you
dumpling
go. It's
soup.
pretty rich. We
have
use
it
real
here.
cream. It's not, milk or mixed down with any like half and half. It's heavy whipping cream. We're going to let that go in and warm up as well. That'll finish cooking with the dumplings, and then we'll take one of the fluffy dumplings out and break it in half so you can see what the inside of that should look like as well.
I was going to say, this is perfect. It is soup season coming up, but you were telling me also during our break that there's another time that is kind of soup season for this kind of soup in the spring.
In Lent, it is a good soup for Lent. Obviously, there's no meat in it. If that's something you would want to do, that's where we normally ate it when I was a kid, and still do, is during Lent. You can go ahead and put it in until we fill it up, and we'll keep letting it warm up.
Okay.
Literally,
it's
like
okay.
the whole quart.
I didn't know if it would just stop the cooking if I poured it in too fast. You just dump it in, right?
I just dump it all in and let it get warm, and everything will start to warm up and boil again. There we go.
So a lot of soups take all day, it seems like, to make, and this is pretty fast. I'm surprised.
It is pretty much the time it takes is what it takes to boil a potato and cook the potato. So yeah, it's not something that has to stew all day. It, like you said, fills the house with an aroma, and you're all ready to eat it as soon as you're done, and as soon as everything's warm again.
So can we taste it yet?
You sure can.
I've
you have your own
never had
bowl,
this
okay.
before, never ever. So let's see. I definitely want to taste a dumpling.
I was gonna say get a dumpling that's floating.
I'll
so
let
we
you know
it's
if it's too cold.
That's a big one. Get a small one.
Can I get a small one? This is hard work.
Oh, I have a ladle right here.
Okay, I'm just gonna. This is my first time. I don't know. I don't know.
Here's a dumpling. You can have a dumpling. Here you go.
That is actually, I'm not lying. It is actually very good. I love the saltiness of it. Yeah, give me a whole thing of it.
There's some dumpling.
Thank you
We
so
can see
much.
if that's
I really would never have tried this if you wouldn't have made me, and it's actually really, really good. Let's get a whole bowl. Let's have a break, finish a bowl, and then I'm sure we'll still have room for cookies. Let's do that too.
Sounds great.
can now stay in touch with technology by viewing Nex-Tech University classes on demand. Simply hit the On Demand button on your remote, arrow to the Rentals icon, and select OK. Then arrow down to the Nex-Tech University Free class group and press Select. You now have an abundance of classes, webinars, and gadget updates to watch for free whenever you choose. Just highlight and select a session on the right, choose the rental option and enter your PIN, usually 0000 unless you have it updated, and click Rent. Sit back and take in the knowledge.
Welcome back to our German episode of Local Flavor. I actually ate more soup than I thought I would, but there's always room for cookies, right?
That's right.
Now, what was the name of these cookies you're going to teach us to make?
We're going to make Spitzbuben.
And I'm just going to, you have pre-measured a lot of ingredients. This is like a pound of butter.
Literally a pound of unsalted butter.
Will I embarrass myself if I say I have never heard of Spitzbuben before?
I don't think you will. A lot of people don't. It is a German cookie. Spitz literally means points, so they are a diamond-shaped cookie, kind of a pastry type, almost pie crust. They're obviously rich with all the butter that's going to be in them. And we're going to sandwich them up and powder sugar them and put jam in between them or jelly of whatever flavor we choose, and they'll be like little mini pies almost.
Now that's interesting. Spitzbuben is not a name that sounds very tasty, but I mean, because I don't know German, it sounds like
I can't
spit or so. So
I can't say that I know German very well either, however. So we're going to start with the butter. We have 4 cups of flour already measured out. The only sugar that goes in is 1 cup of just your plain old granulated sugar.
And question, does it matter what order I put them in?
No, I usually just put everything in and start the mixer.
Is it possible this recipe has no egg?
It's true.
Okay.
No eggs in it at all. So that means you can always taste the batter and it's healthy for you.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about raw eggs
always
being
looking
in it.
for cookie dough that's
Cookie
safe.
batter you can eat. There you go. This is it.
I saw someone post that somebody actually died from eating raw cookie dough. And I was like, oh, they tell you that, but I didn't know it really happened. But I don't know. It didn't deter me very much. I mean, I'll think about it.
Yeah, I think I still would too.
Well, since a regular cookie usually starts with the butter, then the sugar, I'll do that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put vanilla next just because that's
It's 1
habit.
teaspoon of vanilla. I can grab this
Is that,
from you.
is that pretty loud? Am I going too fast?
No, it looks good. It's a pretty stiff dough, so by the end, it's going to take all of the power of this KitchenAid to get it mixed up.
Oh, no. Now, question, was that real butter?
That is real butter, unsalted.
And you let it set out so it'd be easy?
That's right. I didn't say that. Good point. I did leave it set out at room temperature for a while, so it was more softer.
Okay, this is going to be a mess, isn't it? We need the pour shield.
Yeah, I don't have one of those, sorry, but you're right. It does poof out a little bit with the flour.
It does even with a pour shield.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
You have to unlock it. There we go.
I'll just add it so it,
So we get it all at once.
yeah. I think if I go slow enough, sometimes it will. Depends on where it hits it.
Yeah, see?
It's a defect in the design of these KitchenAids, my only complaint.
It does come out fast.
I have one too. Mine's blue.
The thing, the flour does make it stiffen faster, so that's where it's going to need the power of the KitchenAid. You might turn it up. There you go. 'Cause it starts to really get it grinding.
I'm starting to get a little moist anyway. I need a little bit of powder. So
In your face.
it'll be just like having a makeup guy.
Yeah, just throw it all in and we'll...
Are you serious? Okay. It will be a mess. This is how much? 4 cups?
4 cups, yes.
Look at that. We're going to have to hose down the whole kitchen. Okay, now after this dough is made, do we just start rolling it out, or?
No, after the dough is made, it is a little crumbly, so we're going to put it in the fridge and let it chill.
And then like the moisture will work through it,
Right,
maybe?
right. It'll be a lot
Maybe
easier
lock
to
this
roll.
head. Uh-oh.
Ah, that's good. It'll still work. It's kind of doing a giddy up thing there.
I gotta lock the head. I thought I locked
Lock
it.
down.
Hold on. Yeah.
There we go.
I can't do it.
That's it.
Fix it.
Let's see. I'm gonna take this out. Get some of that work down in there again. So we get all of the flour.
I hope I didn't break her KitchenAid.
Oh no.
I think
They're
just
pretty
let it go
tough.
too long and it's underneath it.
They're pretty tough. Because as you, I don't know how far, if you guys can see, it's starting to ball up more now into like one ball dough.
I don't know if they'll be able
Dough
to
ball.
see it.
Probably not.
But have you already got some cooled? Should I start on the stuff that's already cooled maybe?
Yeah, we can shut that off so you can hear us a little better.
Okay.
We have a portion of it right here that we had in the fridge, set out a little bit to...
Wait a minute. This is not as much, I mean,
No.
it shrunk this much?
No, it did not shrink. I like to work with it in smaller portions so it's easier to handle.
Well, I will start rolling it out. How thin do I need to get it?
We look for the thinner the better, about 1/4 of an inch, give or take. So I can move this back so you have some room there.
You know what? I will
that?
start this, but it is stiff dough, like you said.
Yes,
so
it is pretty stiff.
Let me start it. This is going to take a while. Okay, let's take a break and get this rolled out, and then when we come back, it will make it look like it was really easy. So we'll get this rolled out and come back and cut the cookies for you.
Hey Nex-Tech customer, we all know that watching TV at home is great, but did you know that you can take your TV on the road with you with TV Everywhere? There are nearly 30 channels to choose from. Watch American Pickers on History, news on Fox News, movies on Lifetime, whatever you want. TV Everywhere is another great feature for Nex-Tech TV customers. Visit nextech.com/TV Everywhere to register. Nex-Tech, our products and our people are here for you.
At Nex-Tech Wireless, we know you're always on the move, and your devices go with you. That's why Nex-Tech Wireless has expanded its partnership with Sprint and is one of the first companies in the nation to share connectivity to Sprint's 4G LTE network. Now you can connect in more places than ever. And with the best rates, carryover data, and programs like our buyback program, there's no better time for you to make the switch. Nex-Tech Wireless, now offering nationwide 4G LTE.
I like our DVR because it works in every room. The HD looks great for sports, and I like how easy it is to rent on-demand movies. But the best thing about Nex-Tech TV is that we try to do even more than what our customers would expect to make sure their experience is great. I'm Joe, Nex-Tech Engineering Technician. Our products and our people are here for you.
This looks great. Hey, welcome back to Local Flavor and our Spitzbuben cookies. Did I say it right?
You did?
Okay. I'm standing here and you'll probably think that I rolled this out so beautifully, but the truth is it was really hard. And so during the break, I asked Trisha to help me out a little bit. So she rolled it out, what do you think, about 1/4 of an inch?
Yeah, we try to make it 1/4 of an inch because at the end you'll sandwich 2 cookies together with the jelly in between it, and you don't want one huge cookie. So you try to do thin sides.
She's letting me do the fun part though.
Yep.
Pressing the cookie press. I haven't done this since a
She
long
thinks
time.
it's fun.
Let's see here.
Oh, well, I also try to get as much cookie dough, since it was so hard to roll out. Don't waste any, okay?
But you get to eat the trim.
Yeah, you do gotta eat the trim. I like to make them so they are...
Oh, look at you. Oh, and mine is right in the way, so you messed up
yeah,
your
that's
diamond.
what I was meaning. There we go. See? So you get as many in a row as possible because the diamond works so well together when you do one after another.
Okay, awesome. Now, are these going to be stuck to the, or is it yet to be seen? How sticky
To the
they'll be?
counter?
Uh-huh.
Possibly. That's why we have our little spatulas here, and we're going to dip them in flour, cut away the outsides, and see how sticky they are. The countertops are pretty nice, so I think they'll probably be fine on it, but they're kind of delicate to handle when you pick them up as well.
Well, once again, this is harder than I thought it was going to be.
It's like a geometry lesson.
I'm really wanting to get my Argyle socks out from from back in the day.
Those are nice.
Doesn't it look like?
Yes.
Argyle sweater, Argyle socks, surely. surely
Maybe
they'll
we
be
should
back
rename
soon.
them to the Argyle cookie.
Yeah.
Instead of
Hey, yeah,
Spitzbuben.
because that also sounds Argyle mini pies.
Mini pies. There we go. Once Deb puts some of these on the sheet, I'll let you know that we also take some egg yolk. We separate it, get rid of the whites. It's only 2 egg yolks that we whisk up with a fork here. Add just a touch of milk, Well, not to the stove on purpose. Whisk that up, and after we put them on the cookie sheet, we'll put this egg wash over the cookies as well.
Are you trying to hurry me? We can put some on.
Yeah, you can put some on.
Look,
clean up
I got the
oven.
pattern though. Look at that. That looks great. I'm awesome.
Let's see how sticky they are. Can you pick any of them up?
With my hands.
Yeah, eventually, with the spatula.
Will you do this?
Here, let's see. My hand was wet.
Oh, you clear out the way. I might be able to
Yeah.
fit another one in that.
Oh, I'm sure we probably would. Sorry.
Oh, very good. Now, is this treated? Did you already tell us? Is that got like spray on it?
Nope, it's just a plain old cookie sheet.
You
I
didn't
don't have
to?
anything on it.
Because there's so much butter in this, it won't
That's
stick.
right. It won't stick to anything. As
Except
you're
for this.
right, as I was going to say, as you're rolling them out, and that does get warmer, it gets a little more sticky and harder to handle. I'll give you that back and start spreading the egg yolk on them.
I feel like I'm changing the shape of them.
I kind of do too, but they're handmade creations, right? They're all supposed to be individual and unique. So, whoops, I moved that one around.
Now, oh, I wasn't listening. What did you put on that? That's
This
just
is the egg. It's 2 egg yolks, or just egg yolk, and you mix a little milk in it just to make it more easy to spread.
Is this to give it a crustiness?
Yeah,
or-
just give it a little color to it almost at the top. Although at the end we will cover them with powdered sugar, but yeah, it gives it a little texture with the egg yolk, and then we'll put breadcrumbs is what comes next.
You know,
the-
this just feels like, just doing it, it feels like something you should be doing with your grandma and your aunt and your, maybe your mom gets a break, but.
Yeah, no, Mom and I did this. Grandma and I have done this. This was always my job, the smearing of the egg yolk and the
Is that why you
yeah,
wouldn't let
and
me
the
do it?
no, you can do it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. I think that's probably. Is that all?
This
you
is
have?
a, like, do you make these by yourself or is it a 2-person task?
It's much easier with 2 people, but I have made them by myself. Friends, you know, who love them and everything. That's talent right there. That's all that is. Friends love them, and I've made them for some people to buy at Christmas time or around the holidays or just whenever.
Because they didn't want to mess with it.
They don't want to mess, and it is kind of labor intensive, but really it's not any, oh, look what I did. It's not any odd ingredients. It's
Yeah, they're
all-
simple
yeah.
recipes.
It's
just
stuff that you've all heard of and can find.
You probably like doing it more than the average Joe just because it brings back memories for you, though.
Yeah, it does. I enjoy it.
What do these do? Are these Christmas cookies? Are these any kind of holiday or just any time?
Just anytime you want to light up your oven, I guess, and make a cookie,
Oh, this
and you
one's
have
pretty.
time for it.
I want to know about this one.
We do, in my family, mainly make them around the holidays. So we'll put this in the oven. They bake at 350 degrees. Oh, got 3 more left I haven't done. 4. 350 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes, depending on how your oven cooks. And of course, you want them to be kind of a light golden brown.
Okay, you might have already said this. These are breadcrumbs.
Yes,
Just
just plain
breadcrumbs?
breadcrumbs I bought at the store.
No salt, no Italian
Nothing,
seasoning.
just plain.
Okay,
Everything plain.
awesome. So you're going to put those in 350 degrees, and we have some already.
And we
baked,
have
right?
some that I've prepared prior.
They do have a little bit of golden
Yeah,
color from that
They
egg.
get golden from the
It
egg.
looks like frosting, but it's an egg yolk. So don't be
Now we'll
scared.
finish them with, we have some apple flavored jelly to put in between them. And I have a knife for you too, so there you go. So you want to find the ones that kind of match up well and do, you know, a nice little sandwich cookie. So you can,
Do it on the naked side.
yes, the underside I'll see.
What flavor? Any flavor?
Any flavor. I've had people who actually make jalapeno jelly, put those in there. I don't know if that's something I would eat in a pastry. This is apple, like I was saying.
Am I putting enough?
Yeah, perfect.
I'm usually pretty.
But Mom always said, not close to the edges. You don't want it to squish out.
Oh, that's going to be hard for me because I am a right to the edge kind of gal.
That's why we have apple, though, because it doesn't, you can't see it as well. No one will ever
If
know.
it squeezes out.
It's clear. No one will ever know.
Will always makes the garlic toast. He puts the butter on, and I go back and
Wipe
spread
it
it further. Spread it thinner, spread it more even. Oh, but it really doesn't matter. It all melts.
That's right.
Ooh, I think I got too much on this one.
That's going to
Let's
be a
test
good
this.
one.
Test the squeeze out.
There we go. So we have a few up there. Do we want to go ahead and powder sugar them?
I'm going to finish him.
Okay, we'll finish them all.
You do what you want.
I'm following you.
You could have different jellies, and everyone could get a surprise flavor in it.
That's a good idea. They're going to have these for like baby reveal parties pretty soon where you don't know what flavor the jelly
Oh
is.
my goodness. It's always something.
Whoops. Oh, I'm sorry.
Broken one. I'll taste this one later.
Okay, that's yours.
Put it close to me.
But apple, grape,
So,
peach, every kind of jelly.
yeah, and all this work, and now we have half as many cookies as we started
That's
with.
a good point. That's an excellent point. You think you have all these dozens of cookies, but you sandwich them up, and you only have half. The finishing touch, after you get all of your Spitzbuben smeared with a jelly or jam, is we powder sugar the both sides of them.
Now these look familiar.
Do they with
I
the
don't
powder
know, I
sugar
guess
on them?
Lots of cookies have powdered sugar on them. Is that
We
my
can-
broken one?
I don't know. We can
Oh,
flip
you
them
gotta
though.
do both sides.
I do both. Yes, all the powder sugar you can handle.
Any more steps you can possibly add?
There
These
we
are
go.
not the no-bake cookies.
No, definitely not.
I'm anxious to try this. I was nervous
we
about
go.
the other stuff, but I didn't see anything scary go in here.
No, it's all natural.
You try one too.
I will. I won't want to inhale though with powder sugar. I'll end up choking.
These are really good.
Little pastries.
It is. It's more like a pie crust than a sugar cookie or a spritz cookie. I mean, it's in that same kind of family, but it has more of a pie crust flavor. So I think it'd be essential to keep the jelly in it to keep the sweetness up.
Very good. I love these.
Okay, so sorry to have my mouth full. I couldn't help it but take another bite. These are the Spitzbuben cookies. You can find the recipes for both this and the green bean dumpling soup online, on screen, or on YouTube. So you can watch us again on YouTube. Catch us on Local 1, Nex-Tech Local 1. And we'll see you again next time on Local Flavor. Thanks, Trisha.
Thank you for having me.
Great deals, huge inventory, local buyers and sellers, easy and free to use. Everything you love about the Nex-Tech Classifieds now in the palm of your hand. Download the Nex-Tech Classifieds app for Android and iPhone today.
Hi, Brett from Nex-Tech here. Have you ever missed your favorite TV show? Been interrupted while watching a movie? Do you ever wish you could just pause live TV? If so, Nex-Tech Whole Home DVR is perfect for you. DVR is awesome because it's easy. You can record a single show, an entire series. You can even tell it to only record new episodes. Plus, you can start and watch those recordings from any TV in your home. Call Nex-Tech today and get DVR. Trust me, you're gonna love it.
You can now stay in touch with technology by viewing Nex-Tech University classes on demand. Simply hit the On Demand button on your remote, arrow to the Rentals icon, and select OK. Then arrow down to the Nex-Tech University Free class group and press Select. You now have an abundance of classes, webinars, and gadget updates to watch for free whenever you choose. Just highlight and select a session on the right, choose the rental option and enter your PIN, usually 0000 unless you have it updated, and click Rent. Sit back and take in the knowledge. Restaurants, gyms, salons, libraries, and more. Nex-Tech has over 100 free Wi-Fi hotspots to keep you connected.